fam, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely. Be the fam, that's what they call me.
So we're getting started here. I am just setting my eyes with some concealer. This is the Too Faced concealer in Deep Tan. We're just making a nice base for our eyeshadow. The primers tend to not really work for my skin tone. They don't really show. So making a concealer that's a little bit lighter than my actual eyelid helps to bring out the eyeshadow a little bit more compared to lighter tones. Now I am going in with a nice transition shade. This is kind of like a burnt orange, and it said that is the Morphe palette 39A. That's like the Dare palette. I love that one. I'm always using that one. So here we are, just blending to Jesus, just blending our lives away. I'm going in with that purple shade. I tend to use that one a little bit more, so that's why there's a bit of a hole in it. I love this shade because it kind of brings out my skin tone a lot. It makes it look softer. It's kind of like an easy look to do. This eyeshadow look is pretty easy and simple. You don't really need to do too much. I'm not going to do any cut crease. I'm just doing a purple kind of cranberry smoky eye. We're just blending everything in. So we're going to blend the transition shade with that dark purple shade. It's looking a little crazy, but you'll see the progress where it comes in. Once I add the eyelashes and everything, you'll see the process. And as you can see, I'm just doing the same thing on this eye. And if you see me wearing a t-shirt or anything like that, I am under quarantine, so just bear with me. I do have pajamas under there. Like, it's crazy. It's honestly no point in wearing any new clothes or fancy clothes. But yeah, we're just blending in. Now I'm using this mascara from ShopmissA. This one's actually like $1. This one's actually pretty good. Yeah, there I damn near blinded myself. I like poked the hell out of my eye, but I didn't want to edit it out because that's the reality of doing makeup. You mess up, you poke yourself, you blind yourself. There's a lot of stuff that happens when you're doing makeup. And those eyelashes are from AliExpress. Those are like four in a pack for like $1. AliExpress actually has really good eyelashes. Like, they sell them on China for like $2, $4 a pack. I recently just got like a 20 pack of mink eyelashes for like $4. So you might as well just go and shop from AliExpress. I know everybody's like, oh my god, like Corona and everything, but like once everything dies down, like you should definitely like buy it. Don't mind my nails. I need a fill-in. I had to take them off. It hurts my soul to even look at my nails like that. Ugh, I miss my nails. I used to have them so long and glamorous. But apparently a nail business is not essential, even though it should be. But I'm just humbling myself and taking them off. This foundation is from Ordinary. I believe it. I don't even know if it's called Deciem or Deciem. Who knows? But it's $5.90, and I remember buying it from a Ricky's. And I just bought it because I was like, oh my god, I always wanted to try it. And I literally just had it in my bag, and I have a problem just collecting stuff and never using it. So I am challenging myself this year to use different foundations and use it for different purposes. And so you'll see on my channel, like, me testing out different foundations. But I don't mind the foundation. The foundation actually has good coverage for $6, so I recommend you buying it. It's a small bottle though, but like, it's like the drops in the coverage, it's good. You don't really need to use that much. I just like to go overboard and do a lot. But you know, as you see, I'm just blending to Jesus, just getting my life. I'm blending in with my e.l.f. brush. It's like $6. I've gotten like 4 of those throughout the time. It's great for blending in liquid foundation and powder. I am just highlighting with that CoverGirl concealer. I don't even know if that's CoverGirl. I'll definitely leave it in the description box. Again, I don't, sometimes what I be putting on my face, but I like it and it looks good. Why not? But yeah, like I highlight, I don't contour. I never really seen the purpose of me contouring. I think highlighting enough is just my preference. I don't really see it as a necessary thing. But if you contour, I'm not judging. Who cares? Do your thing. Blending in with my duo brush. I love that brush so much. It's just so good. It's the brush from Sephora. So, you know, it's $24. It could be a little bit pricey for some, but you know, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good and lasts me a good couple years, so I can't complain. I am just blending in, you know, just making sure it's all blended out. Blending a little bit out with my foundation brush to make sure my base is blended out well, and then I'm going to set my face with the Fenty setting powder in Hazelnut. This setting powder actually smells really good and it's a bit bright, but it just helps to absorb all that oil. I tend to bake a little bit longer than usual because I just feel like the foundation gets a little bit oily and I just like to absorb it as much as I can. But with that setting powder and stuff like that, like it can be a bit of expensive. It is around like I think $35. But if you know that's a little bit out of your price range, I understand. But with most of the stuff I got, like I use Afterpay, I use Klarna, and those things are like you pay in installments, like you break it down in like 4 installments, like every 2 weeks, and it has helped me a lot build up my kit so much. So I would definitely recommend you guys trying that out. Here I am just going in with my blue eyeliner from NYX. Like I love that eyeliner because I just feel like my eye makeup just pops way more. Like it just kind of brings out my look so much. So as I'm baking, I just tend to like touch up my eyes a bit. I was just letting my like eyelashes kind of just set in, and then like I just touch up my eyes a little bit more because I want to bring out that soft look. So now I am going in with that light shimmer shade in the Morphe palette, and I'm just putting it in my corner eye. And as you can see the difference, like it just makes the eye pop way more. Don't you see it? So like we're just putting that in the corner eye, and like it just helps to just make the eye pop. You see? Like it just changed the eye look to a whole nother level. And as you can see, this is why I bake another time, because of the fact that you see it starts to absorb that oil. So I just bake another layer, no problem. Just let that sink in, because sometimes that little dot you see, it's just the oil. So it's just absorbing. And this is where when I'm baking, I'm just touching up on all the things that like I was just doing before. Like I'm just making sure my eyebrows are set. And I did my eyebrows off camera just to make sure the time of the video is a little bit better. But I am using the Tarte pomade. I do use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I've been using the Tarte now a little bit more because it's just been a little bit better for me. It's definitely great smudge proof. And yeah, I'm just dusting off that powder. And once I finish dusting off that powder, I'm going in with my setting powder in NW55. That's a MAC setting powder. And I'm just looking a little bit more chocolate. That's the whole goal, is to, chocolatey myself up. I don't even know if that's a word, but, look a little bit more chocolate and kind of blend out all that baking I just did. Because on the other side it looks a little bit light, and I just kind of want to blend out and look a little bit more like my shade. And don't you hate like when you're trying to see like a reference for a YouTube artist and you're like, okay, like what foundation is this? And they go 2 shades lighter and that's not even their skin tone. And you're like, okay, well, I can't use you. But as you can see, I am just blending in. I don't want to look a little bit lighter than what I actually am. So that takes a bit of a some time to just kind of blend everything out and just make sure I'm blending my neck as well. And that blush is MAC Raisin. With this blush, you really have to kind of let it build up to actually for you to see any kind of like color. I'm definitely gonna try a different color and see like where the difference in the MAC blushes, maybe Fever, and see the difference between the two. The next thing I'm using is my highlighter from MAC. This is Gold Deposit. I love this highlighter so much. This is like the best thing to have in your kit. Like, you need to have this Gold Deposit. If you're a dark skin girl, a chocolate girl, a brown girl, make sure you have this. Here I am going in with my Kat Von D lipstick. This is sort of like a brown lipstick. I don't know what the name of it is, but I know I got that for like $8 in Sephora because I guess it was like being discontinued. I don't really go for the lighter shades, but it sort of looks, you know, like a nice shimmer lipstick on me. I'm going to mix it with this pink shade that I have here. I got this from ShopmissA as well for $1. You guys really need to check out this site. It's a nice pink shade, but I'm doing like sort of like an ombre to kind of like make my look a little bit soft, because I tend to go for the edgier looks because of the fact that, you know, I'm darker. I like to kind of be a little bit more bolder with the colors. This is a bit light for me, but I am trying to try something new. So yeah, I am putting a little bit of a gloss over this lipstick because it's matte and it tends to be a little bit dry, and I feel like with gloss it tends to make the lips pop a little bit more. Yeah, so that lip gloss is ShopmissA. We are pretty much finishing up. I am setting my face with the Gerard Slade Cosmetics in Peach, and this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, feel free to subscribe, and have a good day.